Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, it's just a quick video, cause a lot of times, I don't want people to be confused, cause it's like different kind of people that I be talking to. This is not for everybody. People who like encourage and support me, I really do appreciate those people who are like, putting their support in me and stuff like that. I do support you all. You all are not in when I be talking about people gatekeeping and stuff. It's certain people out here. It just they feel like they know God power. Like they feel like when God tell me yes, they can override God yes with they know, and they can't do that. So when I be speaking and talking, I'm not talking about people who genuinely in their heart, like support me. I got real good intentions. I try to be helpful and stuff like that. But it's all kind of spirits in the mix now. It ain't just the people who supporting you and just rocking with you. It's a whole lot of other spirits and stuff in this mix that be or what's going on. So for people who support me and stuff like that, yeah, I appreciate you all. Even with my daughter, she lose hundreds of followers a day. She's very outspoken and she's going to speak her truth. And people don't want to hear the truth. They rather just live in a lie than hear the truth. So, even with her, she got her fans who are, loyal to her. No matter what she say or post, they're going to be right there. No matter what she say or post, they been there from day one, so they know her. So when she posts up, they don't take it personal. They really don't take it personal. But it's other people who jump in the picture, don't know what's going on, who get offended by any and everything she say. But she's going to speak her truth. We do have a right to speak our truth, right? We do have that right. This is not no censorship. We can't freedom of speech. We do have freedom of speech, right? So what's the problem? If we got freedom of speech, and we got the freedom to choose to say what we want to say, why is everybody trying to shut everybody up out here and take our freedom away? Why are people trying to do that? So for those who do support, I really do appreciate the support. I do have people that do support me. I do have people that just like, right, Shayna. I do have those kind of people, but then I also have people who feel like deep in their heart they can stop what I got going on. They can stop my motion. You cannot stop nothing I got going on. And if you try to get in the way, God and his angels gonna step in it, and it's gonna be bad for you. For people who feel like they got the power to stop what God got going on in my life, for people who think they got the power to try to attempt to stop what God got going on in my life, and they think they got the upper hand out here, you pick the right one to come after. Like, you got the right one. That's all I can say on that. You got the right one. So I'm just here, saying that when I be speaking and stuff, it's just certain groups of people. It's people out here that really think they can stop the show. They think they run the show, and they think they can stop the show, and you ain't stopping or running nothing. These gatekeepers out here think they can stop what God got going on. These gatekeepers out here, these women, my body, my choice. And then guess what? When they get older, they might need a liver or a kidney. Can't even get no liver or kidney because the child who was supposed to be in their liver or kidney, supposed to gave them a liver or kidney later on in life, they never brought through the world. So, these people feel like they can gatekeep. It's my power, my voice, my power, my choice. All this stuff these people talking about. God said, I'm finna go back to these other women with these wounds. We done live past our time, a childbearing age, and God putting us right back through this childbearing age. He putting all these women, I just say, they normally say like high risk is like at 30, 35. So 35 and up, it's possibility you're going to see a lot of 35 and ups back carrying babies. But when you look at Sarah, and God said, your seed is, he told Abraham, your seed is going to come through Sarah. She was an old woman. She wasn't no young woman trying to have no baby. She was an old woman. And God said, through your seed, Sarah, your wife, the one that's of old age, this where the promise is through her. And through her childbearing in her old age. So God used this old woman to bring the seed of Abraham into the world. And she was an old woman. John the Baptist, God told Elizabeth, gave them some words, some words of promise through John the Baptist. And look, God used the old woman to do that. Now maybe, in my mind, I'm even thinking of, even with the way they had to be raised, maybe the maturity of these older women, they knew how to raise these kids in the way that God wanted them to be raised, so to speak. So God, could have chose the older woman for that, because the older woman is going to raise a child way different than the young ones. They're going to have way more, like, they're going to bring them up a certain kind of way. And maybe, and I'm just speculating on this right here, maybe, with the older woman, like even with John the Baptist, I remember, God was speaking on his diet and how it was so strict and he could only eat honey and locusts. Like that was his only diet. So I know that, like the older parenting is strict with, okay, this is what you got to do. Whereas the younger parenting would have been like, ooh, here goes potato chips. Everything outside the will of God. But if you notice that the upbringing of these people who God like handpicked, these women had wisdom, because they had age. They had age and wisdom, so they knew how to raise these kids and isolate them where God could use them, so to speak. So yeah. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at, just everything going on, and how 35 and up, your chance of getting pregnant gonna be higher than a 20-year-old. It shouldn't even have to be like that. But because of everything going on, and Satan has gotten into the womb and the seed of this young generation, God used the older women even back then. Even back in the Bible days, God appointed older women. It wasn't young women that he was using, saying, okay, Mary, she probably was young, but, God used her. I see, like, okay, these women up in age, childbearing age, okay, you're going to deliver this child, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. I noticed that it was like the age of these women who he appointed. It was probably significant for a reason. So, that's what I'm saying, 35 and up. They're going to be able to get pregnant probably faster than the ones who supposed to get pregnant, like the 19, 18. They supposed to be the most fertile, but it's going to be 35 and up, going to be the ones that get pregnant faster than the like 18 through 30. The 18 through 30, the older ones, and I consider older past childbearing age is 35 and up. That's my number, 35 and up, because even when you go to the doctor, if you pass like 30, 35, they consider you be high risk anyway, due to your age. So that's the reason why I say 35 and up. But you 35 and up, they gonna automatically, you're gonna be more fertile. Your chance of getting pregnant is gonna be way higher than a little 18-year-old. Your chance of getting pregnant is 35 on up. Your chances of getting pregnant is extremely high. You is extremely fertile. Let me stop, because I be so tickled with the pregnancy, but I need to stop it. Like, I need to stop it right now. Because when you're going through it, it ain't going to be funny. When you finally going through, you're going to be in hiding somewhere. Just like Mary and just like Elizabeth, probably even Sarah. Everybody in old age hiding their pregnancy, they don't want nobody to know. So 35 and up, you more fertile than the 18-year-olds. Like your womb, you more fertile. I don't know what's going on with that generation. With what all the stuff, they have all these surgeries, they have all this stuff going on, they have all these BBLs, they doing all these tummy tucks. Like, I don't know what they doing, where the seed just not coming through them, period. Like, I don't know what they doing to destroy their bodies, and the possibility of a seed being birthed into the world through them. Like, I don't know what they doing, because I'm not there. Like, I don't know what they doing. I don't know what this young generation doing to their bodies. But the older generation, God gonna use a woman, period. But he bring life into the world through a woman. So when he bring life in the world through a woman, he can't use a younger generation, because I don't know what they got going on right now. Like, I really just don't know. It's too much for me. They doing too much. So God, the 35 and up, they gonna be the ones They gonna be the ones, and then you know what? They so high risk, they not finna go run have no abortion. You is not finna go run at no 60 years old and try to have abortion, and you high risk. Like, your chances of survival is gonna be low. You was not finna even go through that. Like, you're not gonna be like, okay, let me go have abortion at no 60 years old. You gonna be like, I'd rather just try to have a baby, because it's high risk either way it go. So I mean, you gonna take the chances of an abortion at 60? I doubt that. I don't think no 60-year-old gonna be like, let me go run to abortion clinic. I think they just gonna suck it up and just deal with the fact that, okay, I'm pregnant, let me get through this. Because they high risk. So they ain't trying to take no chance. They already like, it's too much. So why would I put the work? Why would I double the load on myself like that? So that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, gonna be the older women. Old women gonna be having babies. When I say old, I mean 35 and up. What they consider high risk in the medical is 35 and up. 35 and up gonna be popping babies. They're gonna be the most fertile. It's gonna be real easy to get pregnant if you 35 and up can go all the way up to higher. It ain't no age limit. So 35 and up. 35 and up. Now the young ones, I don't know what it is. Like, why they not gonna be as fertile? Like, I don't know what's going on. God ain't telling me what's going on with this. As far as the fertile, them being fertile and being able to birth and have kids to bring, I don't know what's going on with it. But the 35 and up is gonna be way more fertile. It's gonna be way quicker for them to get pregnant. It is. That's what I'm looking at. And I'm just, I guess it can't be funny for too long, but it's funny to me. Yeah. So, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. But I was just doing this video really just to say I really do appreciate those that are supporting me. I do have people in my corner, even when I speak and I talk. I got people who know me that just like, yeah, no matter what I say, no matter how I say it, they is not going to get offended by what I say. They is not. They know where I'm coming from. They know where my heart is. They know who I'm directing it to. And they know they not even affiliated. And it's not even, the word is not even directed to them. They know this. So, I was just saying that to explain that. I said, even with my daughter, she loses hundreds of followers a day. But she here on a mission. And God put her in her position. God put her in her position of influence. She in a position of influence now. God hand appointed her to be in a position of influence. God didn't appoint her for that position. God got her in the mix, right in the middle of all that. And she's in a position of influence. So we gonna see how God used her position and power, influence, and all this, y'all. So she lose 100 followers a day. She don't even care. She don't even be trying to even accept friend requests. She don't do none of that. So when people look and you see this person got 10 million followers, my daughter ain't got none, but she's still making moves out here. Like, her motion ain't stopping. Like, she do whatever she want to do. And that be the funny part. Like, God be like, what you want to do? Who you want to work with? Whoever she want to work with, they right there. She work with anybody she want to work with. Any producer she want to work with, all of them right there. She got access to all of them. God gonna make sure he make it available where they want to work with her. Like, God be like, what you want to do? And then when she speak what she want to do, that's what it's gonna be. Period. So, like I said, she ain't stressing. A lot of times she have to go off and people do get offended. But people who just been loyal to her, they don't really too much get offended because they know it ain't even about them or dealing with them. But people who don't know, they just jump in and just be all in their feelings. Just all in their feelings about what? Like, I ain't never seen people so emotional, so driven by their feelings out here. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Kids are driven by their emotion and feelings. Kids are. We is grown. And you let your emotions and your feelings drive you out here. You can't think logically like that. Like, you can't make a conscious decision if you thinking emotionally. Like, if you emotionally driven decision, it's not going to be wise. Emotionally driven decision, you cannot think straight. You cannot make a conscious decision while you being emotionally driven. It's no way possible. Your emotions gonna control every decision. It's gonna be bad, just like you've been drinking or smoking or something. It's like you under influence. You cannot make a decision if you are emotionally driven, because your decision making skills is not gonna be the best decision in the world. If you driven by your emotion, you is not gonna make the best decision in the world while you under influence of your emotions and under your feelings. Ain't no way possible. You gotta move that out the way. The Bible say your emotions Your flesh is, your emotion is a weakness of the flesh. This say something like that. Dang, it's something to that context. But say something about your emotions. Something to that effect, y'all. But I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day and y'all be safe.